In a society of political correctness, we have stereotyped the once known home and family protectors termed nanny dogs, or more commonly called pit bulls, as vicious, unprovoked killers. I am here to tell you that they are not the villains they are portrayed as. For almost 114 years, the American Pit Bull Terrier was recognized by the United Kennel Club as the perfect nanny dog because of its friendly nature, loyalty, and stability. They didn't recommend using these dogs for guard dogs because they were too friendly with strangers. In the early half of the 20th century, these dogs were found on recruitment posters and materials. They were famous in the military, the most famous being Sergeant Stubby, the most decorated dog in World War I. Famous pit bull owners that you may know are Caesar Milan, Helen Keller, Thomas Edison, Linda Blair, Brad Pitt, Sonny and Cher Bono, and Rachel Ray, to just name a few. Some pit bulls you may know are Petey from Our Gang, Nipper from the RCA Victor image by the phonograph, and Tig, the Buster Brown dog from the shoe commercials. What we now have is cases of canine racism based upon myths and sensationalized by the media. The Houston Chronicle quotes unnamed official as placing blame for the problems on humans. Quote, many of the pit bulls attacks are due to skyrocketing number of poorly bred and badly trained dogs raised by backyard breeders, end quote. They are the dog of choice for irresponsible breeders, dog fighters, and those who like the look of a tough dog. The ASPCA says, quote, pit bulls often attract the worst kind of dog owners, end quote. A 2009 study by the Journal of Forensic Science found that owners of vicious dogs had significantly more criminal behaviors. Pit bulls are more frequently abused, tortured, abandoned, and euthanized within the United States. The American Veterinary Medicine Association states controlled studies have not identified this breed group as disproportionately dangerous. End quote. They do not have locking jaws. That is a myth. Studies showed that dog bite force was proportionate to the dog size for any breed of dog. National Geographic studied three types of so called vicious dogs: German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and Pit Bulls. The Pit Bull exerted less bite force than the other two dog breeds studied. So, based merely on the looks, pit bulls are discriminated against. Legislation has proven to be ineffective. There is no proof that breed specific laws, or BSL, make communities any safer. Pit bull is a type of dog and not a breed, making it vague for legislation. A study by the Applied Animal Welfare Science found that 87.5% of all dogs identified as this specific dog type were proven incorrect by DNA analysis. In fact, upon review, it was discovered that the breed was incorrectly recorded half the time in dog bite reports. Karen DeLeese, research director for the National Canine Research Council and author of The Pit Bull Placebo, studied every fatal dog bite reported between 2002 and 2005, which totaled 47, and found, and I quote, 11 dogs involved in fatal attacks with no pit bull characteristics were counted as pit bulls, while their true breeds were not reported, and three dogs that were clearly not Rottweilers were identified as Rottweilers. The CDC, Center for Disease Control, does not support BSL. Dog bite data has proven inaccurate, and identifying breed can be difficult. So, where do we stand and what can we do? Understand that dogs do not understand human rights. Often, the dogs who attack are abused or treated inhumanely or trained to just simply be mean. We should hold the owners responsible. Dogs need to be raised like humans in an environment of care and love. Young children should never be left alone with any animal. My sister was an infant and left outside in a stroller while my dad quickly ran into the house to get something. When he came back out, the neighbor's cat had gotten its head inside of my sister's mouth and was sucking at the milk she had drank, suffocating her. Another instance took place in New Jersey with a 6-month-old baby girl. The family dog, a 4-pound Pomeranian, killed the infant by mauling her to death. This was reported in the Los Angeles Times, October 9th, 2000. Dogs should be socialized to accept even those who do not live in the home. This can lead to less aggression. I am in a homeowners association where I am the HOA president. I have had to sit in on many hearings and deal with dogs who are biting or off leash. What I have discovered is a dog bite is a dog bite, no matter the size of the dog. Aggressive behavior can come in all breeds if not properly trained, and no dog is inherently mean. All dogs should be on a leash when they are outside of the home. Biting is a natural activity for all dogs. All dogs and many other animals have the potential to bite or inflict harm. Properly train any dog you own. Do not approach dogs you do not know or do not know the owner of. We need to encourage dog owners to become knowledgeable about their animals and to train and socialize them so they can become our good dog neighbors. This responsibility lies with the dog owner, not with the dog, who is subjected to proper or improper training and exposure, just like parents with children. The blame has been placed on the incorrect party. The owners of the animals are responsible for their dog's behavior, and the public should exhibit caution whenever around a strange animal. A quote from President Joseph F. Smith regarding how we should treat animals states, and I quote, kindness to the whole animal creation, especially to all domestic animals, is not only a virtue that should be developed, but is the absolute duty of mankind. It is an unrighteous thing to treat any animal cruelly. End quote. I say pit bulls have been victims of canine racism. I have lived with at least 7 pit bulls over the last 40 years and have never experienced one misstep of the dogs. Children have yanked their ears and tails, pulled on their females' nipples, stuck fingers up noses and rectums, and even tried to ride them without one snap or snarl. There were groans from the dogs, however. They have proven to be loyal and great nanny dogs, not only to my children, but to my grandchildren.